this is going to be a pretty quick video. Let me just show you the chords that we're working with, and then I'll show you the finger picking pattern. Okay, you might learn a new chord here as well. We are going to work with that chord progression today. This is a D sharp diminished seventh. Okay, you're like, why would I need to know a D sharp diminished seventh? Well, because it leads really nicely down to a C sharp minor seventh. Okay, and C sharp minor seven, I'm sure if you've ever played an E, which is probably my favorite key on guitar, you know that C sharp minor seven, or just a C sharp minor even, is very useful and necessary if you're playing an E. So you have C sharp minor seven, and then you've got a B7, okay, and then an E. That's our progression. Now the beauty of this pattern obviously is that it works in any key. Even this progression, you could do it here and go, right? You can do it anywhere as long as you're making the right shapes. It should work because they're all mostly bar chords. The E major's not, but if you move anywhere else, obviously E major can become that or that or that or that. Let me show you the pattern. That's pretty fun to play, and I end up using it a lot, and it's fun to get it really, really fast, but we'll start very slow. Before I go any further, if you're a beginner who's wandered onto this video and you're still struggling with changing smoothly between some of the more basic chords, or if you've been playing a little bit but you're not yet comfortable with any bar chords and you'd like to get a little smoother with some of the standard bar chord positions, check out my 12-day quick chord course. There's a link in the description below this video. It's going to help you out a lot. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we know our progression. Let's start on the E chord and deal with the finger picking pattern we're going to use. So put your thumb here on the E string. Put your index on G and your middle finger on B. Okay, now our pattern that we're going to work with, I'll show you how it goes and then I'll teach you what I'm doing. It's pretty simple to understand. Getting the speed up is the hard part. Here it is fast. Okay, now applying this to chord changes is where it gets fun. Now before I show you the basic pattern here, there is a special part of it that I'm going to show you at the end. So hang on and you'll see a little trick you can do with it at the very end of all this. So it's very simple to understand. As you see, it's just alternating dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. To start it, you can just stay on the E string. When you get good at that, try going back and forth. This is where the sort of Travis picking gets mixed in there, because we are alternating bass notes, but none of the fingers hit at the same time. They're all kind of on a loop, a rotation. So with that E chord, nice and slow. You can even just mute your chord and just play it like this. And just get good at that. Now you can do this with any chord. We can do it with, let's just pick a G chord. Or you could skip the A string and go down here if you want. Okay, but let's go back to our original progression. Now we're gonna do the same thing with our whole progression. So we've got this, 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 and this. Notice that on these first three chords, my thumb will be here and then here. Because our bass note, what we're going to hit first, our lowest bass note, starts on the A string for all those. For the D sharp diminished 7, for the C sharp minor 7, and for the B7. The lowest bass note is always there. So we're going to start here and then hit here on each of these. When we hit to the E chord, we'll hit here, then here. So going very slow. Hopefully you have your guitar. Try this with me. We're going to go. Okay, we're going to do that twice for each chord as we walk down. Here, then here, then here, then here. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. You notice on the E chord that I flicked from here to here. Again, you can kind of choose which bass note you want in some cases. And that time I went there. So let's go a little faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go even faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can go super duper duper fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that trick I told you about is to do the same thing, but to actually mute your bass strings. Okay, so you're going to put your hand a little bit against the strings here. And then when you pluck, you get sort of a upright bass plucking sound, right? It's a little more tight. So we can do the same thing, but keep our palm here on the A and on the top 3 bass strings, leaving these ones open for picking. So it sounds like this. And then when we go full speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even faster. So you can either do it open or you can do it muted. The muting kind of helps the melody parts sort of ring out a little more. And that's really all there is to it. As I said, you can do this progression anywhere. Right? And then you could be like, you can write a song with that progression, and that's very nice. So just get used to that thumb, index, middle, and alternating between the bass notes. Hopefully this lesson was fun for you. Fingerpicking is one of my favorite things to do on guitar. My name is Kyle Scott. It's been a pleasure being with you. Leave a comment if you have anything to add to what I've said here. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.